So 4.1, we are looking at circles. So this equation is something you'll probably memorize by the end of this unit. We have x minus h squared plus y minus k squared equals r squared. So hk is the center of the circle, you can see right here, and r is the radius. And then xy is points we're given sometimes to be on the edge of the circle. So this is a circle equation. You can graph it in Desmos. We want to find the center and the radius. So underneath here, I'm going to write the circle equation. And then I'm going to rewrite this one. This is x squared. That's really x minus 0 squared. Then we have y minus 4 and 25. So you can see h equals 0, k equals 4, but here r squared equals 25. That's not the radius because the radius is just r. So we actually have to square root both sides on this. So our radius equals 5. And that's how we take things from the equation. So I want you to know that k is positive, the center's positive. The center is hk. So on ours, the center's at 0, 4. Notice the 4 is positive, but in the equation it's negative. That's always opposite outside the parentheses, just like when we were graphing quadratics, okay? So there's some other formulas you're going to have to know for this section. One is the distance formula. An example of this in circles is finding the length of the radius given the center and then some other point on the edge of the circle. So I like to label my points x1, y1, x2, y2, and then you're just plugging them into that formula. So x2 is 4, x1 is negative 2. Y2 is 3 minus y1 is also 3. And then at this point, I really want you to use your calculator. Don't try and break it up and do it by hand. Just type it in how it is. 4 minus negative 2 squared plus 3 minus 3 squared. See how I typed that all in one line? Okay, so our radius or our distance is 6. And if we were to type this in as an equation of a circle, we would use hk, our center, right there. So this would be x minus negative 2 squared, y minus 3 squared, and then r squared, which is 6 squared. So our circle equation would be x plus 2 squared plus y minus 3 squared equals 36. You're also going to be using the midpoint formula. You'll be given the diameter points of a circle, and the midpoint will give you the center of the circle. So the midpoint's just the average. You add the x values, divide by 2. Add the y values, divide by 2. And then always the trusty right triangle Pythagorean theorem. We're going to see that in this section as well.